I just want to rant, vent. I don't know if it's relatable or it's something that has happened to you before, and you can just tell me in the comment section how you've been able to cope with it. Because I have like an obsession when it comes to eating yam. It's anywhere because it used to be my best food, and I don't like it to be my weakness. I felt everybody knew then. Still like yam. If I even go to my favorite auntie's house, it would be like, okay, go to the kitchen. There's yam for you. Or I eat yam in every form and every shape except pounded yam. I can eat fried yam. I can eat pottage or porridge or whatever. I can eat yam with sauce, but I don't eat pounded yam. So I woke up one day and I told my mom that I don't like the fact that everybody knows that yam is my favorite food, and I don't have the urge to say no, even if I'm feel like I've eaten and I'm full. I cannot say no to yam. And I told my mom that today will be the day I'll stop eating yam. My reason was I can get poisoned. People know that okay, I like yam. You can just choose that. It's my weakness obviously because once you offer me yam in any form outside pounded yam, I cannot say no. So I found a way to actually walk through that part of obsession. So I'm here to tell you how to help yourself obsess over somebody in a negative way. It could be drug abuse, it could be anything, but how to actually maintain or detach or heal yourself properly from that obsession. It worked for me. I thought, okay, let me share. So welcome to this episode with Tea with Titi. So if you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to know when my videos drop. So let's dive straight into the video. So I could remember like growing up, I like yam a lot. There was the day I ate roasted yam that I'll stay to the next day. Like and literally I started having wounds all over my hair, my head rather, and my mom was treating the wounds on my hair and the wounds were not healing. I've used so many painkillers in terms of ampiclox and the charm even like that wound. Like if one is closing up, the next one is showing up. If one wound is closing up, the next one is showing up. So my dad was not asking her, then when I got to the hospital, the doctor was asking what am I reacting to? Now did I have an idea what I ate that I'm reacting to? That it could be like an allergy of something. And I was not okay, tracing back to I don't remember, okay, I ate a roasted yam and I stayed the next day. And because I like yam, that's how much I like yam. So I ate the next day and my dad was like, no. I think that was what I was reacting to. And from there, I told my mom that I have to work on this. And it's not that I just woke up one day and I said, I'm not eating this yam again. It started from if you offer me something, yam in form of a yam, like porridge, fried yam, anything, but I don't eat pounded yam. So I'll be like, okay, I'll eat later. So I start procrastinating instead of asking, okay, or jump on it immediately. I started having like that withdrawal syndrome, not eating immediately. And I applied this method to everything in my life. To everything. I don't see anybody that I am so obsessed with that I cannot just wake up and say, okay, this obsession, this person is not, it's not a bad thing to like somebody. But when you feel you like somebody and if the person is not reciprocating that likeness back to you, it becomes an unhealthy obsession. But if you like somebody and you're talking to the person likes you, and you guys are in that vibe atmosphere together, it's fine. But when you are the one disturbing the person, so I applied that method of being able to like him from not liking him to every aspect of my life. First of all, try and not act on it. If you like something, you like someone, or you're addicted to something, or you're obsessed over something, and it's having a negative impact on you, and you're saying, okay, today I don't want this obsession to go. I think the first thing you should do is a withdrawal syndrome. It's very important. Just try and not act on your feelings or you have the urge. Like my friend, she's obsessed with garlic. I don't know why. She cannot say no to garlic. Well, she's not ready to deal with that. She has nothing like as negative obsession yet. First of all, have a withdrawal syndrome. Try not to give in to that urge every time you have the urge to do something. Try to say, okay, I will do this thing in the next 20 minutes and do it. The next time, try to give yourself 20 to 50 minutes. I will do this thing in the next 15 minutes. So from there, you see that, okay, you can actually live without this thing. This thing is not you. This thing is not supposed to control you. This thing is not supposed to tell you to act and you start acting. It's not supposed to control your impulse. So you are supposed to work on that. So you try by withdrawing from that thing. I'm not saying withdrawal should be withdraw totally because it's going to hurt you. So you withdraw by, okay, if you are into it in 50%, try to give 30-20 to it. So I stopped eating the yam, not like I stopped totally, but I will say, okay, I will eat it in a smaller portion, or I will say I will eat it later. And I don't eat cold food. So if the food gets cold, 100% chances I'm not going to eat it again. Having that self-control when it comes to someone offering me yam. So back to applying this method in real life. If you're obsessed with something, you're obsessed with anyone, and this thing is telling on you in a negative way. When it's becoming a negative one, you know that, okay, people are complaining. But when it's a healthy or a positive obsession, you know that nobody is going to look at it as if you're obsessed. They'll be like somebody like, but when they're calling obsession, it could be a negative or a positive obsession, but you don't like that thing. But you don't know how to say no to that thing. You don't know how to say no to the person. You don't know how to say, yes, today is not the day. I'm not giving it. So you try by withdrawing. Apply that withdrawal syndrome. And from giving your 100 to 50, from 50, you work on it. And you see that your body no longer, like you're in control of that situation. You're in control of your reflex. You're in control of your impulse. You don't just act on impulse. So withdrawal. Then two, try to see that thing or that person in a different light. Try to paint a scenario in your head that, okay, this thing is not as magnificent as you thought it was, or try to paint a different image of that thing or that person in your head. Try to give it a different light. If you are seeing it from a light of, okay, you cannot do it without this person, try to like come into that discernment in your head that this thing is not to define you. You gave a room in your head about this person, or you gave a room in your head about this thing. So you should be the one to say, okay, it's enough. You are in control. That mental space is going to help you deal with that obsession. That mental space is going to help you deal with that obsession. It's not as easy as I'm saying. Like it takes like an everyday practice. It takes like a mental practice. Like, okay, I want to do this thing. And once you're telling yourself with affirmations that you want to do this thing, your body begins to respond to it in that manner. And try to tell yourself that you are enough. You don't need anything to stimulate you. You don't need anybody to keep you happy. You have to tell yourself that you are enough. So that's how you deal with obsession that is dealing with you. So apply these baby steps to whatever thing you're obsessed with and it's telling on you. Apply it. Mental stability. You are enough. Confirm it. Words of affirmation. You can even decide to write it down in your journal, in a piece of paper, and try to recite it like, and you see your body begin to respond to it the way you want it to. And try to look at it in a holistic view that this thing cannot define you. This thing is not you. This person is not you. And you begin to feel good about yourself. And if it's somebody you are conversing with, when it comes to conversation, you are conversing with that person often, and this person is not giving you that time you want. First of all, you can write down those conversations you want to be having with that person in your journal. Like I shared in my previous video that the journal is one of the features that comes with phones that I feel is so worthless before now. But now my journal is just like my best friend. There's nothing literally I don't write in my journal. I feel if there are some conversations I can't get it out of my head, I'll just come to my journal and just write it down. Write what you want that person to tell you in response. Write it down. And your own words. Say your person. Try and make a mental conversation with you and the person in your journal. It really helps. Writing stuff down is very therapeutic. Like writing what you feel, writing what you think, writing everything that basically is very therapeutic. You feel a little bit of lightweight, and okay, the burden is not so much. And if you have somebody that can listen to your nonsense, probably watch you rant, probably watch you shout, just go crazy, talk to the person. Talk to the person. There are conversations that you can have with somebody and you think this conversation will not fly. This person will not understand you. But believe me, if the person is going through similar situation and the person is going to offer their 1 cent or 2 cents about that situation, I'll be like, okay, I'm not even alone. I'm not even alone. Like, and the person will tell you, this is how I've been able to deal with this situation. By all means, have conversations with people that will listen to you. Not people that will judge you, people that will listen to you that okay, they're ready to listen to your rubbish. Listen to you, give you honest advice, watch you just react, have conversations with them. And try not to be in a space where your addiction is, or except you've healed or you've dealt with your addiction or your obsession, you've dealt with it. Until you are healed mentally, don't try to be in the same space with it. You have to be self-aware that yes, I know I'm obsessed with this thing, and this thing is becoming a thing that I cannot do without. Recognizing it first is a step before you can even say abstinence or withdrawal. You have to know that this thing is a situation and this thing I'm ready to change. Yeah, like I said, I'll be bringing relatable conversations. If you watch up to this point and you are not a member of this community you are reading, what are you waiting for? So just 1 minute, go back, subscribe, like, then you can come back to the video. Okay, if you've done that, okay, we're back to the video. So put this thing in a practical way in your life. Try to apply them in your life. Withdrawal, acceptance, withdrawal, abstinence, and you are enough. What's the affirmation? Be loud with it. Be loud with it. You should, outside God, nothing should be the center of you. Nothing. Outside God, nothing should be. I don't want to sound religious, but outside God, nothing should be the center of you. So it cannot be anybody. So that addiction, that obsession you are dealing with, we all have our vices, but try not to be obsessed with it. Try not to be addictive. Try as much as possible to put everything in moderation. If the thing is getting out of hand, then it's an issue. You have to deal with it. So if you have a better way to cope with addiction, a better way to deal with addiction, a better way to deal with negative obsession, you can put your comments in the comment down below. All right, so this is a girl with a T. I will see you in my next episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, give this thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.